Okay, so just getting ready to go on a canoe trip here, and I've had a couple of requests to go over my packing and my gear. So it's all out here. It's really come down. I used to have everything in a 110-liter canoe pack, and yeah, I've really dropped it down to an 80-liter. Over here, it's an 80-liter bag that I have. It's really come in handy. It's an Ibex 80. So that's what I put everything in, and I'm just going to quickly go through everything. Now first and foremost, I have my clothes I'm probably going to wear tomorrow. Lightweight silk boxers and a lightweight nylon shirt. This shirt I just got today. It's lightweight, it's light color, and it keeps you very cool. Got the belt for the pants. I got the YMAX socks, so those are good. And the mech pants, and these are the ones with the zipper, so you can make them into shorts. And they're quick drying too and very lightweight. So that's what I wear during the day. Put that to the side. And that's what I put on before I leave. Also, my Fox 40 whistle. You won't be without that. That usually goes around my neck during the day, and then I hang it in the tent at night, as you may have seen in some of my videos. So that's, again, worn during the day. So I think first what I'll do is I'll just run through everything. So first of all, what I have my map case. That's the CL Line map case that I bought. I keep the original Algonquin map on one side, and then I keep Jeff McMurdy's map on the other. His map is more detailed, I find, and it's actually sometimes more accurate, so I keep his on one side, that on the other, and I'll show you later. This just clips on the outside, but I'll go through how I pack when I've gone through everything. This is my cooking ware. This is just, it's got the coating on it. It's just a small pot I put in the bag, and inside I have a towel, and I keep the stove part as well as the towel in there so it doesn't scratch the coating. And then I usually put my forks or knives or spoons, whatever I'm going to use cutlery wise for the trip, I'll put it in here as well. Clothes. Now clothes that I found is I used to put it in one dry bag, but what I found works better is I just use plain old Ziploc bags, and I put my clothes in this. And what this allows me to do is just jam it anywhere there's space in the bag. So like here, I change my clothes when I sleep, because I like to have nice, cleaner clothes when I'm sleeping. I don't want to be sleeping in the same disgusting clothes I've been out in during the day canoeing and portaging. So anyways, I have some lightweight kind of flannel pajama bottoms. I have my shirt that I sleep in, and boxer shorts. Then in here, this bag contains 2 pairs of spare socks and 2 spares of boxer shorts. And then this bag is my pillow. I have a lightweight silk pillowcase, which I will fill with any clothes, like the socks or shirts or anything like that. Put that in the pillowcase. And then I also have a camp pillow here, and that fits nicely in there. So that's just like a small camp type pillow. This is my food for the 4-day. I can go through this. This is just really just Cliff Bars, pepperoni sticks, some granola bars, and dehydrated meals. I also have Kool-Aid packs, as well as Country Time lemonade. They're just the powdered single drink mixes that I can mix up with that. I do have the bear bag rope, so I can hang the bag. Again, it's not really for bears, it's more for critters. Purell. I bring the full one. A lot of people just bring the small little 50 milliliter, but I like to make sure I always have sanitizer, and bringing this really helps. I have the bag that I put up in the tree. I use this instead of the actual dry sack because this is more sturdy and tough, and it's just a better material that I find to hang would be better for me. I have the bug jacket. I haven't really needed to use it so far this year, 2012, but anything can happen at any time, so I like to be prepared for the bugs. I bring serviettes, napkins, just, you know, for random, I don't know, cleanup, blowing my nose, whatever might happen out there. So that's those. I have a whack of carabiners. I actually just bought today 5 more, so this is now how many I own. That's just for random things that you may need to clip onto your pack or anything like that. I have the water kit. That's just the Katadyn Hiker Pro water filter. I just have that in the bag. Go through all the packing later. Got my toilet paper. I like to keep the yellow Algonquin bags that they give you. I usually bring 1 or 2 with me. So that's just for anything random. Maybe I want to put shoes in there if it's raining. Just anything that I may want those for. I can just slip those on the side of my pack. Also this time, it seems like there is a fire bin in the park. It's probably going to be there still when I show up there tomorrow morning. So this would also be for any garbage that we would otherwise burn. This is my relaxation pack, I guess you can call it. Just has a book. This time I'm bringing Algonquin Park, Kevin Callan, just details the routes. Ontario Ghost Stories, and I also have a notepad and a pen just to document anything that I want to document. So that's my leisure activity stuff. I have the tarp. To be honest, I'm not sure which tarp it is. I got this for about $100 at the Algonquin Outfitters store in Huntsville, and actually it's the Granite Gear. Just looking at it, it's a Granite Gear tarp, and it's helped a few occasions. I'm sure there's better ones out there, but this is the first one I got 4 years ago, and you know what? It's still holding up, so I'll keep that. This is my rain gear. So this is the gear that I might throw on if it's raining or it calls for rain and I don't feel like getting soaked. So that's the rain gear. So here I have my headlamp. This is just an Energizer. I think I got it for $20. But it's really good. It's got the that light. It's got the LED red lights, and it's got those ones. So it's helped me out fairly much, especially going to the toilet at night there. I have the fuel containers for the stove. I'll usually only bring one, but because this is a 4-day, I want to make sure that I have, and especially this trip is going over to Lavier, I want to make sure if we are stuck for a day or windbound or whatever the case may be, that the fuel is there for an extra night of cooking. This bag is just a little toiletry kit that has my vitamins. I got Listerine in there for a bad breath, pocket packs, toothpaste, toothbrush, floss, Q-tips, and a thermometer. So that's what I keep in there. I have a tent. This is just an old Ascent tent. I've used it for the same thing about 3 years or so. It's going to be time for a new one soon, but in the meantime. So these are the poles and the pegs. But what I've done here is, Kevin Callan actually mentioned about this. This is the fly I have in this dry bag. And then this is the tent and the other one. So it keeps them separate, and then it's actually easier to pack, I find. So that's what I've done there. This trip, this is my sleeping bag. I kind of wrapped up in this. This is my zero rated. I just want to make sure. I usually bring a liner. It's a very comfortable liner I usually bring. But because I'm doing a long portage, I want to make sure that I have as light as possible. So I'm only bringing just a zero rated bag. Otherwise this would be a little thicker and heavier, so that's my zero rated. This is my wallet. I just put it in a little plastic case here, and all my cards and everything is in this. So I just will throw that on the top of the pack. Depending on the trip, I will get a satellite phone, and this trip definitely. So I have this satellite phone. I stick in the Ziploc. I'm sure there's better waterproof things I can do to keep it waterproof, but for now I just use Ziploc and it's worked well. So that's the satellite phone I rent from Road Post. This is a windscreen I bring with me. This slips nicely and just easily in the pack as well. For those windy times and you just don't feel like finding stuff to start shielding the wind from the fire, I just put this around the stove and it works really well. This is my ThermaRest sleep pad. Nothing else really to say. I got these straps just to wrap it up, and that's the sleep pad itself. This is my miscellaneous bag. Inside the bag, if I can even remember. Yeah, I have batteries, so that's spare batteries for my camera, AAA's for the headlamp. I have rope in case I'm going to put up a clothesline, dry clothes. I have earplugs if the winds just don't stop and I want to get to sleep. I have my Leatherman knife there. I got matches and a lighter. I got a compass and a signaling device here. It's just a little one here, has a mirror. It's a Silva Bought it for cheap somewhere. It's got the compass and the signaling mirror as well. So that's what's in that bag. And over here I have my wet shoes, so if I'm going through a river and need to get out of the boat, I'll put these on. I'll actually show them to you here. These are very lightweight, and I bought the bag to go with it, so I can just clip it on the outside of my pack. But those are them, so seem pretty good. They're sand and sun, so try those out. The first time, it's the first trip I've had them. So that's those. And then my saw. I'm not sure if I'm even going to be using this, but I'm still going to bring it with. But this is the saw I usually bring. It's just the Sawviber saw. Very lightweight, very easy to use. And then, yeah, last but not least, I have again, I just bought this today. It's a Pelican 1010 micro case series. And I put the camera in there, the same camera I'm using to film this. So that goes in there with my card, and that should keep it safe, dry, and secure. So that's more or less everything I bring with on a trip. Then there's this, waist pack. This has all the first aid stuff. It has my Gorilla iPod that I bring, that I've now started to use. I can just stick that anywhere and start filming. Waist pack, I have, I like to call it the portable shopper's drug mart. I have all the first aid, aloe vera, bandages, antiseptic. I have a syringe to flush out wounds, pills, Imodium for diarrhea, Sudafed head cold and sinus. Sometimes I have sinus problems. Gravol for feeling sick, Benadryl allergy, and as well Pseudoephedrine tablets if it really acts up. I have aspirin as well as Advil, so I have the two, and Pepto-Bismol, that's full as well. Pretty much what's in there. And this now is my savior. Other people may use something else for their itches or anything like that, poison ivy. I stick with Gold Bar. This has been amazing. You put it on and within a few minutes you're relieved. So that's what I use. I've swore by this stuff for years now, and it really works well. So that's the hip pack. I keep that with me at all times. So if I'm doing a portage and I'm double carrying, or if I go on a short hike during the day, this would be just around my waist at all times. So that's that pack. So that's pretty much what I bring every trip. Nothing changes really. You know, sometimes I may bring the liner for the sleeping bag, or the food may change, but otherwise everything else stays exactly the same pretty much. So that's it. That's what I bring. And yeah, I'll go through the packing up now. Okay, so it's pack up time here. So I finally figured out a way to pack this thing, and it's actually pretty easy to do. So I will go through and do that now. So again, this waist pack goes on my waist. I'll put that aside. First thing I put in, because I don't use it until I get to the site anyways. Again, this is my way I've been using for a while now. So I'll put the tent and one of the tent pieces in. On the bottom. The other piece of the tent will go in here. I want to make sure everything gets in there. And then I will put in either the sleeping bag or the pad. Again, just jam it in and make sure you get everything in. So goes in there. Okay, so I've got the bottom filled up. Okay, now I put the poles in for the tent. These sort of just jam into a corner here. It's pretty convenient because it kind of frames the pack a little better, a little more. So just go in like that. Okay, and then have my thermarest. And then I'll jam my pot in here somewhere. Okay, and then bag will go in later. And then the good thing now again, like I said, the reason this works well now with the clothes is now any empty spots I can find at the bottom, I can just sort of jam them in wherever there's room instead of having to stick it in somewhere where it might take a lot of room, but you didn't necessarily need all the room. So let's jam it in there. Probably fit this. Here's all my clothes I'm just jamming in now. Saying all the available spots, and that's what the Ziploc bag really helped to do. So it's only about halfway full right now. And then let's see. This, the windscreen, fits perfectly. There's a slot right in the back of the pack here, just right in there. The food bag I'll usually put near the top. You can put now some people put the fuel containers in a separate place. I don't do that because I don't like them banging around on the outside, or at least on the inside it has some sort of protection, so the chance of puncturing it inside the pack is less. So I prefer it inside the pack. So those water shoes will be on the outside. So now I can put the miscellaneous dry bag in there. Put my toothbrush and everything, my night kit in there. Just put it inside there. And then put my food bag in. Looking around and making sure I'm not forgetting anything. And then that pretty much does it for the actual main pack. And then in the front here has a little kangaroo pouch or extra pocket here. I will usually put the tarp and the rain gear. This way it's easy access should it rain or I need them. Apparently tomorrow they're calling for rain, so it should be accessible easily. So that I'll just squeeze in there. And then because it's rain protection, I'll put the bags in the top of this one as well. And then also what I forgot, but I just grabbed, I bring gloves. Again, there is a fire ban, I don't know, but I still like to have gloves, especially if I'm going to be doing a fire. I'll just jam those on top here. Just makes it easier that way. So then that's in that. Those are just gloves you get at any Home Depot or anything like that. So then that just shut like that. And then in here, my other pocket, I will usually put my leisure material. Fits in there nicely. My wallet. And I'm going to see if the phone will fit. I don't always bring the phone, so I'm not too sure if it will fit. Okay, so yeah, that would be all that would go in there though. So I'm going to see if the zip's closed. Okay, so yeah, we have that. So that's all that goes in there. Like I said, satellite phone's not always, just sometimes. So that takes care of that. And then we can bring this over. Let's just put this in here. Tighten that up. And retighten these. So that's that. That's pretty much this would actually go on top. This section here. I forgot about that. So in this section here on the top section would go my easily accessed paper towels or napkins, whatever happens, and my reading material. So that goes on the top. Okay. So this is still a fairly new bag for me. I've had it for I believe 2 years. Or sorry, just bought it this year. So it's still really new to me. So I'm still getting used to the way I pack. Like it's more or less like this. just shut those down there. And then also do the back ones here. Try to make sure this is over as far as we can. Okay, and then usually the saw I would just put onto one of the sides here. So, and then I have pockets on the side here. So what would happen here is I put the rope in one, and then with the rope goes the bag. And then the headlamp for night. Paper in there at the top, and then this zip's closed. That's that side. This side, I would put the bug jacket, and then squeeze the water filter kit. And then jam the Purell in with it so that it's sticking out. I will take 2 carabiners and then just clip this pack. And your dry shoes. Like that. And I put the pack as well. Just nest these anywhere. And then my water bottle onto the front. So then my camera case would be with me anyways at all times. So that's pretty much it. That's the pack. And yeah, that's it. I guess I'm good to go.